Hello and welcome to the latest beef market update from AHDB Market Intelligence. In this episode, I'll be doing a quick roundup of where the market currently stands in terms of production, cattle numbers and trade. Starting with production, latest figures from DEFRA show that the UK produced just over 80,000 tonnes of beef and veal in July, 9% more than was produced in July last year. During the month, 10% more prime cattle and 12% more cows were slaughtered compared to the same month last year, while carcass weights were generally similar. DEFRA has advised that their data sample has been disrupted by COVID-19, and so these numbers may be subject to revision. Strong prices for finished cattle and cull cows may have drawn more supplies out recently, supported by good consumer demand. The reopening of food service is undoubtedly helping to shift beef, alongside sustained demand at retail. It will be interesting to see what impact the government's Eat Out to Help Out scheme has on August's beef trade, especially carcass balance, if consumers decide to trade up to dearer cuts that might otherwise be unaffordable. Beef and veal production for January to July inclusive now stands at 533,700 tonnes, up 2% from the same period in 2019. Prime slaughter for the same period stands at 1.2 million head, while cow slaughter stands at 367,800 head, both up 2% on the year. Looking at supplies available for beef production in the short term, British Cattle Movement Service data shows that as of July, there were 4% fewer prime cattle aged between 12 and 30 months on the ground in Great Britain compared to last year. Prime supplies have been lower on the year throughout the first half of 2020, with the latest figures suggesting this will also be the case for the rest of the year. There's been a 2% rise in the number of calves under 6 months old available for beef production, which could mean slightly more prime animals around next year if the numbers follow through. Looking at the UK's beef trade, currently we can only see up to June, as trade data typically runs around a month behind production data. COVID-19 continued to hamper trade of fresh and frozen beef during June, with imports down 2% year on year and exports down 14%. Exports were elevated last year during the beef price crisis though, so it's worth bearing this in mind when looking at the year-on-year change. For imports, the June figure was some improvement from the previous 2 months, where volumes were down by around 14% on the year. Robust retail demand helped by good weather during the month and the partial reopening of the food service market at the start of July may have boosted import demand. The June figures mean imports for the first 6 months of the year were down 9% from the same period in 2019, while exports were down 2%. Imports have been lower than 2019 for 5 of those 6 months, mainly due to lower volumes coming from the Republic of Ireland. UK exports, on the other hand, started 2020 above last year's levels, but fell away as COVID-19 shook markets, to be down 2% overall. Data indicates that cattle supplies in the Republic of Ireland will be tighter for the remainder of the year, with numbers of cattle aged between 12 and 36 months down 70,000 head on the year. Weekly Irish cattle throughputs have surpassed 2019 levels during the last couple of months, although total kill for the year up until the start of August is still below that of 2019. We may see some year-on-year growth in Irish kill in August and September, although this is in comparison to last year when price protests limited abattoir throughputs. That's it for this month's episode. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our AHDB Beef and Lamb YouTube channel for more updates like this and lots of other useful content. You can also get the latest beef market info and analysis by heading to our website ahdb.org.uk/beef or by subscribing to our Cattle and Sheep Weekly email newsletter to get updates directly to your inbox. As always, you can send in any questions to the team at our email address redmeat.mi@ahdb.org.uk or just leave a comment on this video.